Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Well, Anthony Edwards shoots 26% from the field in the win against Orlando. So I would say he got carried, right? That would be obvious that he got carried. And this is the thing with this guy. He's not consistent. I think he's shooting 44% from the field for the season. I don't care what he's shooting from three. Because look, if you can't shoot, I think he's shooting somewhere between like 40, 44. Also from the field, from three. But when the three ball ain't going down, what's this guy gonna do? He's shooting. I don't know, man. He's shooting bad. 44% from the field. I don't know about that, folks. That's pretty bad in this era. It is pretty bad in this era. So, you guys know I don't like this guy. He's a buffoon. He's a scumbag. He's not a good guy. From the way he talks and conducts himself and all this stuff, he just is to me. I just don't get it. I don't know why these guys. Look, this world is full of characters, right? And we're taught since we're young to be characters, right? And a lot of times, who can be the biggest character can be the most liked, maybe the funniest. Maybe people gravitate towards those people and things like that. So, when I get on these guys for acting a certain way, we don't know if these guys really act like this in their real lives, right? I've seen Gilbert Arenas act one way on his podcast, act another way when he's on TV talking to somebody else, when he's on somebody else's podcast. I've seen Perk acting one way to sell his ESPN character, and then I've seen him other places where he's acting totally different, right? So when I say these guys are scumbags and losers and these things, I'm talking about the character in which they represent, right? They've caught Tupac many a times. This guy's on character on the camera. When he's off the camera, he's flaming out. And listen, I like Tupac like the next man. Not in that way, but I'm talking about as far as his talents, as far as his character, But when he's not in character, it's something to be. I don't know, folks. It seemed like it was to me. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and the truth might hurt. And I'm telling you, I was a big Tupac fan, but sometimes you got to face reality. And not only do I think it was another person that played Tupac, but from what I know and what I see, many people played the Tupac character. If you go back and look at it, a few people played the Tupac character. We also caught Tupac never being in prison. That was a real thing. Remember, you can't go to jail or go to court under a stage name, folks. You can't do that, right? But yeah, we was able to look up his records. His records don't exist in those when he went to Clinton Correctional Facilities. Anyways, I ain't gonna open up a whole can of worms. We know Hollywood is Hollywood, folks. It don't matter. You can't single anybody out because of the color of their skin or because you like somebody or Hollywood is a world of deception, right? And this is what these guys sign up for, whether it's athletes, singers, rappers, actors, people who have talk shows in Hollywood. Hollywood is Hollywood, folks. Politicians, Hollywood. They part of Hollywood, folks. it's no different. So that's a whole separate video right there, but. Yeah, Anthony Edwards, this guy, maybe he's having a bad season, man. Maybe he's just having a bad season. I don't know. A lot of guys have a bad season, but I didn't think it's not good to have a bad season when they just got rid of Karl Anthony Towns. And what's he over there doing? That dude over there balling. He over there balling out of control, and that's it. So, in essence, for this guy right here. See, I say a lot of things that, maybe some people be like, might like, this dude, this dude, that. I let you guys know a lot of stuff about me and what I think and what I feel. So, and I think that's why I don't get a lot of hate. I don't get a lot of hate on my channel, right? A lot of people might just want to talk sports, and that's fine. But I don't get a lot of hate on my channel. I just don't. A lot of these dudes get a lot of hate on their channel because I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's for a particular reason, because everybody gets some type of hate on their channel. But I think it's because, when you come to my channel and you listen to me, you already know I'm not in line with what the world has to offer. And you shouldn't, once you've been on this earth for a minute, right? Maybe by the time you get 40 years old, you shouldn't be in line with what the world has to offer. I mean, the only way really is like, you're closed-minded, or maybe you've been taken over by religion, which makes you really, really scared about, about the world. A lot of people, well, I'm not even gonna say that, because people gonna get mad. That ain't the right thing to say. Not what I just said. I was gonna say something else, but that's what I think. Some people are just scared, period. Let's just say that. But, it seems like people, as they get older, they actually get dumber, right? And if you try to teach them anything, they don't know how to adjust or how to adapt. They're thinking. To me, I don't think anybody's right. There's a lot of people out there protecting the system, right? That's what they signed up for. The people who will tell you, will smile in your face and call you family. And guess what? They're for the system. They're for evil. They're against the people, right? That's what evil does. They'll call you family and fam and all this stuff. I hate that word. If somebody call me family, I'll be wanting to punch this guy in the mouth. Don't ever call you're not my family. I don't care what color you are, you ain't my family. Those people are deceivers, are the biggest deceivers ever. You can't call somebody your family. You don't. That's the problem with a lot of Americans. They don't even, what I'm saying, they ain't even family with their own family. And that's why, American families are so dysfunctional. But yeah, I don't like that word. Not because if I heard it from maybe my homie from the street or family or somebody I really knew, yeah, I could vibe with that. But when you got dudes out here calling, hey fam, man, these dudes ain't nothing but deceivers, dude. Part of the deception. Talking about some fam, and then you out here tricking and hustling and lying to people, talking about some damn fam. That's the part that bothers me, not the word. It's the part that these people are deceivers and liars and only out here to get money when they talk about fam. Oh damn fam. Yeah, but everybody ain't right about everything. You should be able to take advice from young people, old people, religious people, people who aren't religious, black people, white people, so-called, right? I love people who promote that as it's real. People, you see people every day in the streets with black skin and white skin. It's nuts. That's a status. Black is a status. It's not a color of a person. You were taught that white pride and black pride by who? The government and government informants, right? People who push this on the people who are government informants, government agents, right? Yeah. So to me, you should take, I ain't saying you should take their advice and live by it, but I'm just saying you could take something out of it and see what you can get out of it. Spanish people, Indian people, Arab people, any race of people, right? People who's been in the army, people who's walked in every foot of life, right? Electricians, truck drivers, scientists. You can take something from everybody in their view on life. And the best way to learn about life is to learn. Not have this overbearing opinion about your opinion about life is right. And that's it. You hear these people all the time. They have these overbearing opinions about life. And that's the only thing that's right. It's crazy. And you see how mad they get over something so dumb. So dumb, right? For example, the earth is flat. Watch how mad somebody will get over that. It's the craziest thing you ever heard. It's like, really? Who the hell knows if it is? Or if it's round? You've never been in space. You just take an opinion of somebody who NASA. Who knows if it's flat? The point is, I mean, you could point to all signs that say it's flat. But why would somebody get so mad? I don't understand. Like, and what I'm trying to say is, not only that about the earth being flat, I'm just talking about these people get mad over so many things that's very little as far as opinion about life. How you learn about life is listen to other people, as I was just talking about. When I was growing up, I always listened to other people. So I never got one opinion about life and how to think about life. Now, were some of the people at the end of the day deceivers? Yeah. But even deceivers will bring you some type of truth in the deception. You just got to get the truth out of it. Right? That's their role, to bring you half truths. It's sad, but that's the truth. That's it. That's the role they play. They can't tell people the overall truth, or guess what? You won't keep coming back. Right? That's how a lot of these people make a lot of money. With half truths, which is the deception in a truth at the same time. That's what keeps people coming back, because if they go ahead and tell you the whole truth, they can't make no money, because you won't ever come back. They ain't trying to set nobody free. So Anthony Edwards, again, I think he's down to like 25 points per game. He's went down, folks. I think he got up to like 27 points per game this season. So look, I want to do a thing on this, the All-Star game that's coming up or whatever like that. That's going to be next month. So at first I was thinking Bronny's going to get voted into the NBA All-Star game, but I don't think he is now. And then I was thinking he's going to get voted into the, what do you call it, LOG League, D League, whatever he's in. And then I was thinking, okay, I guess he's not going to. But now he's putting up all kind of points in that G League, right? And I've seen a lot of highlights already, and to me it's not really that impressive or anything like that. Nothing where you're like, whoa, this dude out here doing it, right? Or he's going against any type of resistance, right? But he is putting up the stats. And it's crazy because he's only 6'1", and I'm not going to say, we can solely base that off of, his height. But when you look at him, he's not really getting too much resistance when you look at it down there in that league. And why is he not playing? I don't know. Why do you keep bringing him? Why do they keep bringing him and sitting him on a bench in LA? What's that all about? Could he be playing another G League game, or what is it? Instead of sitting on the bench and not even playing? How does that make any sense, folks? Are they trying to, make it look good for the money they gave him? Huh? I don't know why. Maybe somebody can explain to me why he's sitting on the bench. Because I can't. I'm no rocket scientist. Maybe you can figure that out. He's just sitting on the bench now. The other night when they were getting embarrassed by the Mavs, JJ Redick, you know, he acted like he was this real coach. I'm just sick of this. I gotta unload my bench. Like, man, get the hell out of here, man. Then they brought in Bronny and got him a couple minutes or whatever like that. But folks, it's not real hard to figure out what's going to happen with the whole Bronny situation. And some way, somehow, they're going to make this guy a star. I mean, they really have already. In essence, right? They made his father a star before he even did anything in the NBA. His father was dunking on academy school kids. Academy school kids. Dunks and layups. And they made this guy a star. I mean, talk about lowering the standard. Right? He didn't go to college because he probably was going to get embarrassed in college, LeBron James. And it was going to show that he wasn't a number one pick. Right? And it really showed his rookie season. Do you understand what Carmelo Anthony did in college? These dudes were battling the best of high school players from around the nation. Carmelo Anthony won the championship and balled the hell out in the championship game. What about Wade? We saw what he did. Was it that year in the tournament? The year he left? Wade made his name at Marquette. I think it was Marquette in that tournament, right? You know, guys like Chris Bosh doing his thing in college, and LeBron James dunking on academy school kids. Like, what is that all about? I mean, and he gets drafted number one overall. What skills did he really show that would prompt him to be the number one draft pick over those guys that I just mentioned? Nothing. Let me ask you a question. If you put LeBron James, or if you replace Wade with LeBron James on that 06 Heat team, do they win the championship? Think about it, because Dirk Nowitzki ran a super team, Miami Heat ran him off the floor with LeBron James on that team. So do you think he's going to win the 2006 finals? No, folks. He's going to be hogging that damn ball. Shaq is going to have to clear out the paint and turn into a three-point shooter. Then Gary Payton, he's not going to be able to handle the ball. Who else was on that team? Lonzo Mourning, he would have to clear out when he comes off the bench. White Chocolate could never have the ball. Who else was on that team? This guy's name, Antoine Walker? Well, he won't mind being on the perimeter. I think Posey was on that team. I can't think of all the guys right now. Yeah, man, no way. Then the Mavs will win the championship in 2006. And what, the Mavs up like 2-0 in that series or something like that? It was crazy. Just imagine now LeBron gets to shoot all those free throws instead of Dwayne Wade. It'll be a brick fest. They're gonna lose. Not that Dwayne Wade he wasn't a great free throw shooter. He was okay though in the beginning of his career. I think he went down as far as his free throw shooting as he got older. Let me see what he was. He weighed. I want to see his free throw percentage. Yeah, he wasn't a good free. He wasn't not good. I think he was good, but he wasn't great. All of them shootings. D-Wade free throw. Yeah, good. So, I mean, he was better than LeBron. He was in the, high 70s. When he came in, he was 74%. Went up to 76. Next year, 78. Next year. So the year he won the championship, he was a 78% shooter. Then the next year, he was 80%. Next year, 75. Next year, 76, 74. Then he went up to 79 when he was on that super team with LeBron James. So for his career, he was 76. I mean, he didn't shoot that many seasons at 73 and 74 like LeBron James. Maybe his last seasons in the NBA, 18, 19, 20. No, 18. Oh, that's weird. 18 and 19, he shot pretty bad. Check this out right here. Maybe some of you guys won't believe this right here. I didn't really know a lot of this stuff until I had until I was battling these dudes in these groups. What is this? 41% field goal percentage. Oh no, that's his first year. Yeah, LeBron shot 41% his first year. That's crazy. And it wasn't until 2010, where this guy shot 50% from the field. 50.3. So he barely made it. But it took him 7 seasons until he shot 50% from the floor in a season. And if I'm not mistaken, from what I know from the research, it took until I think it was 2015 that he shot 50% from the field for his career. Or it might have been 15 seasons. It was just crazy. Anyway, I was trying to look at the free throw. So his free throw percentage, the first year was 75%. Next year, 75. Next year, 73. Next year, in 07, he took the Cavs to the finals. He shot 69% from the free throw line. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's nuts. See, in this season right here, remember, I always talk about he got humiliated in the FIBA, right? In 2006. 2006, right? No excuses. Oh, man, he was young, man. He just came into the league, man. He just came straight out of high school, man. That's what the LeBron fans, what the media relies on for the LeBron fans is that they don't know nothing about LeBron's career. Only that year. No, let's just rewind it. I want to say his career, literally, to them, started in 2016. Literally. I don't know how I got the other championships and the other points and the longevity stats, but they think his career started in 2016 when he was now 3-4 in the damn finals. Yeah, so that year in 06 where he blew a 3-2 lead going back home to the Pistons, he wasn't supposed to win, so it wasn't a choke job, but he did melt down in games 6 and 7. That year, let me see. That year, 2005, 2006, he finally makes the playoffs. His first time making the playoffs. He already been in the league 2 years. This is his third year in the league. So that year, he puts up 31.4 points per game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 0.8 blocks, 48% from the field. Anyways, you see his numbers, right? There's no excuse to get cooked by grease plumbers in the FIBA. And don't tell me, oh man, the FIBA don't mean nothing. Why was he there, folks? Why was he there after he got smoked in the Olympics? Why was he there? I don't understand that. Why was he there with the same cast of characters that was a little bit older now, and it was his era guys? Without Tim Duncan, without Allen Iverson, and stuff like that. And he got cooked. Look at this. Since he came in the league in 04, The first year he attempted 2.7 threes. Next year, 4. Next year, 4.8. Next year, 4.0. Next year, 4.8. Next year, 4.7. Next year, 2009, 2010, 5.1. Now, when he goes to Miami, that was in 2010, 5.1. Now, when he goes to Miami in 2010, 2011, it goes all the way down to 3.5. 2011, 12, 2.4. Now, I say 3.5 when he went and built that super team. That's what he attempted. The next year, again, in 2011, 2012, was 2.4. Now, his percentage is really been trash. All those years, he was to attempt 4 and 5 attempts. What would we say average between, when he came in the league all the way until when he left Cleveland? That has to be an average of, goodness God, 4.5 at least, right? Because when he first came in the league, it's 2.7, then it goes 3.9, which is really 4, then 4.8, then 4, then 4.8, then 4.7, then 5.1, right? So look at that. So when he first came in the league, he shot 29%, next year 35, next year 33, next year 31, next year 31, next year 34, next year 33. In that year where he went to Miami and still it went down to 3.5, he shot 33%. I mean, look at this year. The year where he shot 40.6%, right? When he was in the Miami super team. He attempted 3.3. 3.3 and he hit 1.4. So that's all he needed to make to get 40%. Wow, okay. So what I'm trying to say is, all those years when he first came to the league, he was up there in, 3-point attempts. That's about what the attempts was back then for somebody who shot a lot of threes, right? It was 4 or more, and that's what he shot before he went to Miami. And he kind of tones it down once he leaves once he gets to Miami, right? And his shots go down too, and that's when his field goal percentage goes up, right? So he was just getting, catered to and stuff like that. That's why he needs guys who can make shots. So when he leaves Miami, boom, 14, 15, back up to it, 4.9. Next season, 3.7. Next season, 4.6. Next season, Kyrie's gone now. 5 a game. So when he leaves Miami, he shoots 35%, 30%, 36%, 36%. Yeah. What's he at right now? I think he's at 30 for his career, 34.9. So it really don't mean nothing. Even if he gets a 35% for his career, it means nothing. Don't mean you're a good 3-point shooter. You're still below average. An average good 3-point shooter would be like 36%. So what I'm trying to, point to right there, what I'm saying is, he was shooting all these threes. Why? Because he has no midi. He has no mid-range game. He just can't. Imagine this: him charging the lane and just pull up instead of keep charging with elbows and straight arms. Just charge the lane and pull up. That will be a signature shot. So you don't know if he's going to keep charging or just stop and pull up. He ain't got no mid-range game. He ain't got no game at all, period. But, yeah, these are the things that you can find out when you look at his career. His career, it's just been like weird. When we look at these things like this, what is it? He's rebounding. First year 5, next year 7, next year 7, next year 6. He got a 7.9 next year 7. Let's just say all 7s, really. Forget about the point. 7. We can say 8, 6.9, 6.9, 7, 8, 7. So basically what you got is a guy who don't waste energy rebounding. You don't waste energy rebounding. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do that, folks. You can you can forget about that. He ain't about to waste no energy rebounding. Especially, he should just him averaging. I don't know. I think Michael Jordan averaged more offensive rebounds than him. And a lot of shooting guards, point guards, all that average more rebounds than LeBron James, or the same. So what I'm trying to say there is, he don't really have all this energy that people think he really has. And the shameful part about it is, he could be getting 10 rebounds a game or more, and it's weak soft error, and he still don't do it. He still don't do it. He still don't do it. He don't want to do it. He don't care about doing it. There's nobody to battle. So this is a guy that you wouldn't even want on your team, folks. Don't tell me about, he's a fake Magic Johnson. Where's his 10 assists per game? When you say somebody is like somebody, you have to actually, you got to actually prove it. You got to actually prove it. You can't say that, you're like a Magic Johnson. If he always got the damn ball, you're going to get the most assists on your team, probably. But it's not upper echelon or great assists. You need 10 assists per game, and that's low for Magic Johnson. That's not Magic Johnson-esque. 10 assists, that's not a lot for Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson is like 12, 13, stuff like that. That's Magic Johnson. So when they say Magic Johnson, these guys are spitting in your eyes. They're lying to you, folks. That's not Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson be balling. When do you see LeBron James coming down behind the back? All this, no look, between the legs, passes, all this crazy stuff. While giving you 7 rebounds, while leading the league in steals, while hitting clutch shots as a rookie, while giving you paint work, while hitting the free throws at 80+%. Magic, I got to do a whole video on this, folks. I'm going to show you how shameful it is to compare this guy to Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson should be ashamed that they're doing this. And he's not saying nothing about it. It's ridiculous. Magic Johnson? There's no way, if you had to pick from LeBron James and Magic Johnson, who are you going to pick from? And Magic Johnson is shooting 50% plus from the field. Whether he's giving you paint work, hitting the jumper outside, it don't matter. He's shooting 50% and giving you 13 assists and beating these teams, beating the Sixers teams, beating the Celtics teams, beating the Pistons teams. LeBron James ain't doing that, folks. LeBron James ain't coming into the league. I don't care if he went to college for 3 years. He ain't coming into no NBA and leading the Lakers to a championship, folks, as a point guard. Talking about, y'all watch out, clear out so I can drive to the basket. It ain't gonna happen. He will make everybody's game deficient. Look at the guys he got now in the Lakers. It makes it look like these guys aren't no good. His guys are basically household names because they play with LeBron James. Seriously. You really wouldn't even know these guys if they didn't play with LeBron James. And now that they play with LeBron James and you know them, you're like, these guys don't suck. These guys are pretty good. And how else do we know they're good? Because LeBron James handpicked them. So once he's not able to overcome his nonsense that he does all year and make it work to winning, somebody has to be blamed. The new guy that they got, that they replaced D'Angelo with, They would say, oh, we're going to hear about this guy. This guy is such a great pickup. That's what they were saying on TV during the game. I'm like, man, you ain't going to hear nothing about this guy too much longer. He ain't no better than D'Angelo Russell. No better. The fact is, they had to get rid of some money. And they had to blame somebody to make it look like something was wrong other than LeBron James, again, being deficient. And now they talking about getting Levine. What? For what? Listen, guys. They don't care about nothing but money. They want to get this guy over here, sell some of his jerseys, put him in some photo ops, and make some money off this guy. They don't care. That's the whole objective with LeBron James. It's not winning. It's making money for a club. You want me over there? You better do what I say. It ain't about winning, folks. Listen, LeBron James will be out the top 10 once he retires, folks. And it's going to be so funny to watch these guys backpedaling about this guy's career. And listen, when everything goes down, we don't want to hear nothing from you fools in the media. We've been saying everything we say all the time. I will hear these dummies say it in the media on their little podcast or whatever like that, blah, 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 blah. We've been saying this. But the whole LeBron James thing ain't about winning. It's about what? It's about getting these guys over to certain places where he's at to make money. For example, over there in when he was with the Lakers that year when he built that super team with Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard and all them, it wasn't about winning, folks. Where was the apology for stealing all that money from the fans? Where was the apology? Where was it at? Talk about a league that literally steals money from its fans, folks. The players don't show up, and they're supposedly making all this money, which I don't think they do. And that's what warrants them to be able to sit out. So either way, if they're not making this money, the fans are being lied to. If they are making this kind of money, the fans are being robbed because the players ain't showing up. So which one is it? The fans are getting robbed either way it goes. And I say this has to be the dumbest fan base in any era. For this to happen, literally, consistently since the 2020s, these players ain't playing, and these players still getting this kind of money. I don't care. These fans are dumb. They're dumb. Now, we can't really control it, you know what I'm saying, as far as, we're paying for it in a way on TV. But hell no, I ain't about to go buy no damn season tickets for this crap. So, you guys tell me what you think. I know we don't went way off of Anthony Edwards, but, this guy he's deficient too, man. But it just goes along with this era. You don't have to be all-time great to make all-time money. It ain't like that no more in this era. And that's why this NBA will continue to decline, because you don't have young men, right, growing into being men. You have children like men and Anthony Edwards. So you guys tell me what you think.